proud Lord said that I must bow so low.
Welcome back to the Game of Thrones recap show. I'm your host, Enrique, your guide to the Game of Thrones. And today I'm joined with the faceless man himself, Ozzy Castro.
How am I faceless?
I don't know. It's a compliment. You're mysterious.
It's really insulting because I have a face. Clearly. Duh. Excuse you. Anyways, let's get this started. I don't know why I sounded like a basic blonde person. Like, hello, how are you? I don't get it. I don't know why I did that. I'm so sorry.
It happens to the best of us. Like we said in the intro and the bumper, we're going to be talking about Season 7, Episode 3, The Queen's Justice. So, beware of spoilers. And beware of spoilers in general on the internet, because HBO got hacked and the next episode got leaked. And we're nice. We're not going to spoil it, because we're nice people. But the rest of the internet is very dark and full of terrors, so be careful.
Yeah, guys, if you guys haven't seen any Game of Thrones episodes, especially episodes 1 and 2 of Season 7, please do not watch this episode, because clearly we're going to be talking spoilers.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately for you guys. I mean, I don't know what you guys are doing, but, I don't know.
All right, let's jump into our first segment. What's the deal with Westeros? So, in this segment, we're going to jump from each place in Westeros and recap what happened this episode. So, our first place on the map, Dragonstone. Jon Snow arrives, Daenerys is there. We had some really interesting and funny moments with the two, and Sir Davos was, really great in this episode. And it's just, what we've wanted, but also not what we've wanted. What do you think, Ozzy?
I think it was a pretty good, satisfying meet. You know, I've been looking at comments on YouTube and stuff like that. Everybody's pretty satisfied with what they've gotten. I mean, and I even read one comment. It's like Tyrion is the adult and Daenerys and Jon are like children, you know?
Yeah.
They both want things and they both can't come to a compromise, so that the adult has to say, okay, this is the compromise we're going to do, and this is what's going to happen. So I really did like the dialogue that they had with one another. I did like their interaction that they had with one another. We as an audience, we've both seen them go through so much.
Oh, yeah.
And, this episode was kind of a reminiscence of what they've each gone through. So I really liked the fact that they kind of brought everything up that they've gone through and really shared their experiences together. I mean, not fully in detail, of course, but, they're aware of each other's presence, and I feel like they do have a mutual respect for one another now that they've seen each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really hoping for some great things with the relationship. But our next place on the map is the Narrow Sea, where we saw our favorite little coward, Theon Greyjoy, appear. What do you think's going to happen for Theon? Do you think he's going to go back to Daenerys? His storyline's got to go somewhere. What do you think's going to happen?
I think he has to go back to Daenerys. I mean, he really doesn't have a choice. I mean, he has some of his members of the fleet left. So I feel like he has to go back. There has to be some answer, and I feel like his men are gonna want an answer as to why he didn't fight for his sister, Yar.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a reasonable thing, and you see them clearly. I think in the next episode, in the preview, you see them kind of leading on to the beach of Dragonstone. I think. Yeah. So I think that's ultimately that's where it's gonna lead up to.
I know he's probably not going to go, but imagine if he went back to Winterfell to see the Starks. That would be... He's not going to do it.
I mean, he wouldn't die because he has Sansa's protection because she's the one who got him out of Winterfell in the first place. So the Starks wouldn't have Winterfell if it wasn't for Theon rebelling against Ramsay. I mean, I'm sorry.
Ramsay.
Was it Ramsay?
Yeah, Bolton.
Oh, yeah.
He was Reek.
So sorry.
Back in the good old Reek days. Great times. Next place on the map is King's Landing. Euron arrives with the Sand Snakes and their mom. And, oh boy, we had some really funny lines with Jaime. And Cersei was just, living it up this episode. She was there. She was just taking it however she wanted it. And it was interesting.
Cersei's really coming off high horse. I mean, she just won. She just had a victory at the sea, so she just has this huge naval force behind her. So definitely she conquers the season now. She took up her opponent in the sea, and she basically won. On top of that, she also won with Highgarden. She has everything that she needs in play now to win, and it's really shocking because we in this episode, especially Carlos and I, which is my co-host on the podcast, ScreenFellas, we all thought that Daenerys had this under wraps, and now we're finding out that Cersei's we underestimated Cersei a little bit here. So, it's crazy. It's insane that she's coming off this. She's winning because Daenerys came into it with all this stuff, and now she's only down to like half her men. So it's really insane that all this stuff is going down. Now, speaking of Euron, the exchange with Jaime, loved it. Euron is just such a charismatic villain, and I feel like I haven't seen a charismatic villain in a long time.
But what about Joffrey?
Joffrey wasn't charismatic. Joffrey wasn't there. He wasn't there.
No way, I don't believe it.
But Euron was really good this episode. I mean, I really liked how he was where he was just like, did she like a finger up her bum? And then Jaime looked like he was about to punch him, and he's like, shh, not now. We'll talk later. And then he just walked away. I really love that. I really love that line, and I really love that. Just his character's really charisma and stuff like that. He's being really smart. He's being smart aleck. If we're gonna go there.
Yeah. Ozzy, guess what's next on the map?
What's next on the map?
Winterfell. Bran arrives. The glorious Bran arrives and surprises us. Man, this show is like really taking our dreams and crushing it.
I feel like that is arguably the most underwhelming thing this episode for the amount of stuff that happened. I mean, it was the most underwhelming.
I like Bran though. I still like him. I do because where else are they gonna go with the story? Like his whole story before that was gotta take care of Rickon. Rickon leaves, gets got. Then after that, he's like, I gotta find the Thread Raven. Found it, became him, and now he's like this all-powerful being. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to react.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Bran because he's a Stark. He's always gonna have my love because he's a Stark. But I just don't like how they're portraying his character, I like to say, because I feel like he needs a little bit more humanity. I mean, he hasn't seen his sister in God knows how long, and he's just like, hey, what's up? Like, can you imagine, like, that's the thing, like, I wonder how he's gonna react when he sees Jon, because Jon loved him, like, again, like, he really loves Bran, and I just don't want Bran to be like, so Jon, Dad's not your dad. Like, I just don't want that to happen.
I'm gonna go wheelchair away somewhere.
Yeah, but I just came here to tell you that. I gotta leave. I gotta go beyond the wall again. Gotta take care of these White Walkers. Oh, you wanna help? Cool. Like, I don't want it to be like the conversation, so I just hope they bring more humanity to the character.
Yeah. Next place on the map, Old Town, aka the Citadel. We got Samwell Tarly and Ser Jorah. Ser Jorah's healed. I don't love Ser Jorah. I know I'm against the grain here, but I don't love him that much. But he healed him. I love Sam, and Sam got like respect and punishment at the same time. What do you think about that scene?
It was really nice. I feel like the Archmeister basically underestimated him and said, you know what, I'm gonna give you a chance. Yeah, you're gonna have your punishment as doing this actually, but I'm not expelling you because I do see that there's potential in you. I do see that you care about a lot of the stuff that's going on. And as for Jorah, I'm excited because now he has that ally, and I feel like as a payment of debt, maybe he's gonna help Jon fight in the North.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a great fighter. I mean, we clearly saw in season 6 that he can hold his own against anybody, especially in season 5, where he was basically in the games, where they're in the fighting pit. So clearly, Jorah can hold his own, and I hope that he's in the fight against the White Walkers.
All right, next place is Casterly Rock. We haven't seen Casterly Rock before. We've only heard mentions. We finally get to see it. Some people were really divided on the Battle of Casterly Rock because it wasn't like the Battle of the Bastards. It wasn't so epic. It was epic, but we had Tyrion's voice over through the entire thing, and some people really didn't like it. I found it okay. I know we're gonna have a lot of epic battles at the end of the season. They're just saving their budget. It didn't really bother me that much, but I did like the history of Casterly Rock, and Grey Worm's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Grey Worm is pretty cool. I mean, again, Grey Worm is he's an excellent warrior. He knows how to lead his men well, and fortunately for him, he just could not see the impending attack coming towards his ships, and it was really upsetting to see him sad. Other than that, I really didn't mind the fight of Casterly Rock. I mean, we're gonna get a major battle scene with the White Walkers, I believe, towards the end, because look, how I go about it is, look, we got a season trailer, and we clearly see the North is gonna battle the White Walkers at some point in this season. Gonna have a great battle there, and we also see Daenerys. I think Daenerys is riding on a dragon at that point, but I'm not sure. But we see a whole horde of her army basically riding somewhere, And clearly, I think it's going to be a battle. So we're going to at least get 2 really huge battle scenes. It is what it is, guys. I mean, at least we got some killing.
All right, our final place on the map, Highgarden. We saw Grandma Tyrell and Jamie had an interesting interaction, and then Grandma Tyrell got it. She's out of the game, and she finally admitted to killing Joffrey, and also it was a really interesting conversation. And what did you think about it?
I think the conversation was really interesting. I mean, she's a very wise woman, very underestimated woman. I mean, clearly she has a power of influence, and clearly she's a very capable woman. I mean, the Tyrells, they're usually known as the caretakers or whatever, people with the money, people with food and stuff like that, and they haven't really been known for fighting, but she is a force of nature to be reckoned with, and it's sad to see her go. She's a fierce woman, she's a very fierce queen, and it's sad to see her go. I'm upset, but I mean, she did her part, and I wish the actress who played her, I want to thank her for great seasons of her character, and wish her the best of luck.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of the episode, and what was your least favorite part of the episode?
Favorite part of the episode, clearly it had to be with Jon and Daenerys. All their scenes. I mean, you can just see these actors have been great together, and you can just definitely see that they're past in their eyes. Other than that, weakest part of the episode, I have to say, is probably Bran and Sansa when they're reuniting. I just really felt that Bran should have been more human, but we didn't get it. So it's upsetting. We really want these Stark reunions, and we really want them to be, dramatic and filled with emotion, but we only got Sansa's part. I mean, which Sophie Turner did an amazing job. So at least we got something out of nothing, but that had to be the weakest.
My favorite part of the episode probably had to be the reveal of the ships are here and Grey Worm is sort of screwed. Because, I remember we were all sitting down watching this. All of us were like, oh, no. This went south so fast. It was a great scene. It was a great turn. Least favorite part of the episode, I probably have to agree with the Bran stuff. I do like the direction Bran's going, but I feel like that scene could have been longer. It could have been, more showing with his powers and, more descriptive of what's going on. I feel like he's being unnecessarily mysterious in the situation. So, yeah.
100% agree.
All right, our next segment of the show, our final segment, Ozzy, we are going to rank the players of the Game of Thrones in best to worst. What is your list, Ozzy?
Gonna go with Cersei right now. Cersei is a force of nature. We clearly underestimate her. She's clearly winning right now. Definitely Cersei. And then I'm gonna have to put Euron behind her. Euron is chasing her because he wants to be the king, and I mean he's following her. So of course he's gonna be second. I'm gonna say a third is probably Jon. I mean he's not really trying to play the Game of Thrones, but at the same time, he knows if he were to battle Cersei, I feel like he knows what he'd be doing because he is a military man. He has experience. He's been in wars, and he was a commander. He is now a commander of the Northern forces. So he knows what he's doing, and I feel like the least right now is Daenerys. Look, guys, Daenerys has everything. She has everything that a king or queen could possibly want. But the problem is she just doesn't have the proper men to actually lead those forces. She has no experience in the military. She knows how to lead. She knows how to give orders, which is, again, it's fantastic. But you don't know how to win a war, and it's unfortunate, but I feel like right now she is the least likely to win. I feel like ultimately on top she's going to get it because, right now she has Jon who can help her because just Jon is there right now. So she can have his guidance and get his advice. So let's hope the best for Daenerys.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go Cersei's most powerful right now. She's taken all the wins right now. Then probably I'd go Jon, then Euron, because I feel like Cersei is dangling this string of marriage in front of Euron, and she's kind of turning him into a pawn. He's still definitely got a mind of his own, but I feel like if he continues down this path, he's just going to be another piece to her puzzle. That sounded dirty, but and then Daenerys, I feel like she's got the power. There's too many internal problems. I'm going to have to rank her last right now. But I'm hoping she makes a very strong comeback.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen. I mean, this is just round 2.
Yeah.
I mean, we got plenty of episodes. I think we got 4 more episodes left to see. 4 to 3 more episodes left to see if she can come around. Let's believe that she can, man. I hope so. The good guys the good guys are losing right now. The good guys are taking a beating, but let's hope the good guys end up making a major comeback.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like, and we'll have another Game of Thrones recap next week. And don't forget to check out ScreenFellas podcast. We're basically a branch of the ScreenFellas podcast. It's a great podcast, really entertaining, guys. Epic. It's great.
Check out ScreenFellas everywhere on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I have a website because Brianna, the writer,
great articles,
great reviews. Check us out, guys. This is ScreenFellas.
So we spoke, and so we spoke, that low